Hey, you guys, this is Desmond,
And LaCresha.
and welcome to the Unapologetically Honest Show. Today, we are here to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 14, Episode 9, Men's So, what did you think of the episode?
It was a pretty decent episode. It had points where it got really emotional and really deep.
I enjoyed the episode until the end of the lip sync. Because overall, it was a great lip sync. I felt like the DragCon panels. I don't even know why they call it DragCon because although I've never been to DragCon, I've seen clips of the panels and they're nothing like what we saw today. So why not rip off of, The View? Like if you would have made like The Rue, like, name it something like that and give us more of because that's basically what it was to me. It was like a talk show. Like there were 4 people sitting up there having conversations, hot topics, in this case, men's. So it seemed more of a talk, The View, The Real. It seemed more like a situation like that.
Like last season's Red Table Talk, but the Pink Table Talk.
Like it was very that. So I'm like, if they would have named it that would have made more sense to me. But overall, I thought it was a great episode. Since nobody went home, I decided not to pull up our top 4s because they're the same as last week. We still got queens here. They didn't go nowhere.
They ain't go nowhere.
But before we actually get into the episode, we actually have a few bits of news that we got to cover. So are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so let's share this here screen.
The
crown, ignore that. Okay, up first, we have
Miss Olivia Lux Mugler.
Yes, she is now part of the house of Miyake Mugler and goes by the name Liv Lux Miyake Mugler. I'm like, come on. And I didn't read the full article, but she kind of mentioned how going to season 13 of Drag Race was like, dang it, I said the quote earlier with no problem. Basically, she feels like she's elevated by joining the house of Miyake Mugler and entering the ballroom scene.
Yes.
And like, I love that for her. I love that for Liv. I'm here.
You know how many times I have watched that? Tens. Oh.
And I thought it was amazing that the only person she didn't beat was Mariah Balenciaga, who is also a Ru girl. So it was just.
I just watched that one too.
It was just. I love that. I've been saying forever, like, we need more queens from the ballroom scene on the show. I've been saying that forever, but I know a lot of the queens in the ballroom scene don't like RuPaul nor RuPaul's Drag Race. So that's why we've only had one, which was Mariah. Mariah Paris Balenciaga.
Oh.
But yeah, so congratulations to Miss Liv. And our next bit of information, we officially have the cast. Not the cast, I'm sorry. The judging panel of Drag Race France.
Oh.
Yes, and it's going to be hosted by season 12's Nikki Doll. And I was super excited for her to host this show.
Yes, she gets to go back home.
I believe they've already started.
Probably.
Should be coming, I'm hearing after España. That's what I'm hearing. No, wait. I'm hearing end of the year is coming. I'm sorry. I said something else is coming after España. I'll tell you later. But Nikki Doll, at first I was kind of questioning. I'm like, she wasn't early out. Like, how would she be able to judge a lot of these queens on the task that some of them she didn't really get to do? Then I sat back and I'm like, okay, just because, she failed. What did she go home on? The acting challenge?
Yeah,
I believe she went home. Just because she can't act doesn't mean she's not an amazing queen. And she has, in my opinion, evolved so much since her season 12 appearance.
2 years ago.
I would love to see her on All Stars or a rumored early out season that they're talking about. I would love to see her on there and completely slay it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy for Nikki Doll. She's going to be joined by Daphne Berkey. I'm hoping I'm saying her last name right. So Daphne Berkey. And then Kitty Smile, who I recently found out is huge in the ballroom scene in France. And apparently France also has a really big ballroom scene, just like New York.
Hey.
So I'm hoping we can see some ballroom queens up in the France drag race, okay? And
I almost said something, and it would not have been French.
From my understanding, the show, they speak in French and English, like they go in between both.
Like they do Dutch and English.
No, because
Holland was mostly in Dutch.
It was mostly Dutch. From my understanding, it's like 50-50 French and English. I guess English is more popular in France just as much as French is. So from my understanding, it's going to be a 50-50 French and English. But yes, I'm super excited for Drag Race France. Honestly, when we started getting these different franchises, I'm like, where's France? Because baby, I know they're sickening.
Right.
Well, hold on. I felt the same way about Italy, and then we got it. Official, they're getting a second season. Yeah, I'm gonna give them a shot. I'm not sure if we're gonna review it on the channel, but I'll be watching.
Yeah.
But anyway, those are the quick little bits of news we got. Let's get into the episode. So we start off Jasmine Kennedy coming back after eliminating Carrie Doll. Carrie Doll, my lord.
Carrie Doll.
Carrie name. Colby, okay. And
Carrie Doll.
They basically just said the beam of light that Carrie was. She was a beautiful person inside and out, and she hated that she was the one who had to send her home. And fun fact about her and Carrie's lip sync, that was the first time two openly transgender women lip synced against each other on the show. So I thought that was amazing. I'm like, oh, look at this. Look at this. I love it. I love it.
This season has been full of trans queens.
Yes, we're going to talk about another queen who came out here in just a second. But here are our queens sitting on the couch. They congratulate Daya. And then Daya gives this half-ass apology talking about, oh, I'm competitive. That's why I've been bitchy. And I'm like, you can be competitive without being bitchy.
Okay, everybody's competing with you, and not all of them have.
And then, like, even in her comment, like, if you're not here to win, then you should just go the fuck home. I'm like, at this point in the competition, everybody's there to win. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's only been one queen that I know who went into Drag Race not wanting to win. And that was Willow. Willem has stated this on the record multiple times. Willem wanted to get disqualified. That was Willem's whole plan going into Drag Race season 4, was to get disqualified.
Become infamous.
But yeah, so she still kind of rubs me the wrong way. Like, it was kind of, not so much this episode. Like, there was bits about this, and you could tell next week she's gonna have some things to say on this very couch again. Whew. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see, honey.
I'm gonna need her to come up with a different wig. I'm tired of seeing inside of her head.
But I do like that. But anyway, real quick, just wanted to discuss Willow Pill, who came out as transgender this week in a beautiful
yeah.
5 trans girls. I love that. I love it. This season is full of representation, and the producers didn't even plan this.
Right.
The only ones coming while they were shooting Drag Race, the only 2 openly transgender women was Carrie and then eventually Jasmine. Cornbread, who was actually going through the process of transitioning, kept it a secret. So I will still include her. So we'll say 3. So it's amazing. It is amazing. I love it. More representation. I want more trans queens. I want more cisgender women. I want drag kings on this show. Like, especially with a category like shoulder pads. Oh, a drag king would have ate that up. Oh, a drag king would have ate that up. Oh. But yeah, like hopefully this is just a step forward. Like I want to see more. I want to see more and more and more and more and more. And congratulations, Willow. Already a big fan of yours. I love you just the same. Nothing has changed. You're awesome. You were kind of done. We'll talk about this episode. The next day, they're entering the workroom, and RuPaul enters and talk about the suit. I love this suit. What did you think of the suit?
Suit's cute.
I loved it. And we had a mini challenge. It looks like we're getting one next week too. I love it. And and it's a silly one too. I love a silly mini challenge. And for me, in my opinion, the reason why I love mini challenges, especially the silly ones, it brings the morale up. Especially because, in Drag Race world, it's been a week. No, it's literally been a day. A lot of these queens are still pissed at each other from the Untucked the day before.
Right.
So this is a good chance to build some morale, have some fun, get some laugh out, so that's why I'm a big advocate for mini challenges. So I'm glad we're starting to get a few. Okay, I like that. I like that very much. But with this one, you had to photo bomb, which they've done this mini challenge before in season 11.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited that they brought that back because I have no problem with them bringing back old mini challenges because some of them were great. I have no problem. If they could bring the matching underwear one back 3-4 times, we can bring the silly ones back too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so quickly, we're just going to run through these. This was diabetes. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. Angie almost took me out.
Yes.
Bosco, not Bosco, Jesus.
Lady Camden.
Hilarious. Willow. Like, I knew she was a dancer because I was watching a review and somebody said Willow can dance. Like, Willow went to school for dancing. So I'm like, oh, let Willow land in the bottom. She might eat some girls up. And then it makes sense, she's from the House of Oddly. But anyway, there's Willow. Now here's Bosco.
Here's Bosco.
Here's Georges. Lady Jasmine Kennedy. I had to get this screenshot. This was just too funny to me. I don't understand how Deja did not win this mini challenge. This in the picture is just like, it was so funny. And I didn't get a screenshot, but when Deja held up the little ponytail hose and made that face, it was too good for me. It was too good for me. But RuPaul decided that the winner is Willow Pill. I've already said I didn't agree. Did you agree with Willow winning?
No, not really. I was kind of confused. I don't know who should have won.
I would have said Deja Skye. But she won a cash of $2,500. You better get it, Willow, better get it. So RuPaul announces that this week they're doing RuPaul's Drag Con. It's back, which I think this was way better than what they did in season 10, hands down. So because Willow won, she got to pick her teams. So the queens she did not pick was Diabetes, Bosco, Jasmine Kennedy, and Georges.
Sure.
Now, everybody.
I don't have a fan.
Everybody else was okay with it, but Diabetes. Why didn't you pick me? I'm glad she didn't bring it up, or at least they didn't air it. Bring it up like, why didn't you pick me? Well, like, am I not sickening? And then she's like, great, we're the leftovers. And I'm like, first of all, bump you. That's why you were low this week. But Willow did choose Deja Skye, Ingeria Paris Van Michaels, and she also chose Lady
Camden. What is wrong with you?
I don't know what's wrong with me. Listen.
What is wrong with you? I was doing math homework, college algebra, and I know who was who. Listen, this week has been a rough one for me mentally. Like, we've already had our conversations about it. But this week, I don't know this week has really been messing with me. Okay, I guess I can forgive you.
But yeah, so if you were the winner of the mini challenge, which 3 would you have join your team?
It would have been them.
I actually would have got Angie, Camden, and I think I would have got Bosco. Like, I love Deja, but at this point, I'm like, okay, Deja really hasn't shined yet. So, like, I would have gone with Bosco, and I would have 3 people who have wins with me. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But they sit down and they're discussing, you know, what they're going to talk about. Here's the part that really pisses me off.
Yes, sir. What rubs you the wrong way, sir?
Rubs me the wrong way. A challenge like this is a challenge I think would benefit Jasmine Kennedy to the T. She talks a lot.
Yes.
Granted, I wouldn't have made her the moderator. I agree with you. But this would have been a perfect example to uplift Jasmine and really get her on the, you know, on the roll in this.
Right. Because that did kind of disturb me a little bit, like all the side eyeing and the, oh, we're going to go around and not.
And it was just like, and then to the point she was like, okay, well, I just won't talk that much. And I'm like, no, this is the challenge where your personality needs to show. And y'all know I have not been the biggest Jasmine Kennedy fan. I put my left hand up on that. But it's just
because it would have been hilarious to have her just keep going and droning on and then just cut her off.
Like not even doing that, just showing that she is a person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they chose what they chose. They sat down. They worked extremely well together the whole time.
Yes.
On the same page. Loved it. So we're going to the main stage because yeah, they didn't really discuss much in the mirror moment. They were really just discussing how they were going to do in the challenge. Then we had a funny moment from Ingeria and Lady Camden. So I was like, okay, I'll just skip
over that.
We'll just skip over that. And let's get to the main stage.
Yes.
So first we have Mother RuPaul.
Yes.
Slated.
Yes. That is gorgeous.
Gorgeous, honey. Like she's been slaying these past few weeks on both UK versus the world and US 14. Like she has really been slaying it.
She said, let me give you a little sparkle, darling.
Just a little sparkle. Just a little sparkle.
A little sparkle. My diamonds have always brought me luck.
But this week we have Michelle Visage looking lovely as always.
I like the victory rolls. It's very relevant nowadays with the possibility of World War III happening.
Carson Kressley, who cracked another bottom joke.
Always.
And then Nicole Byer. Like, can she just stay there permanently, please? It's time for a shakeup. We've had the same rotating judges for 7 seasons now, including like 5 All-Stars. So I love you, Ross and Carson, but thank you for, you know, being a big part of the show. But I think it's time to really bring in some new faces. Bring in Nicole, bring in T.S. Madison, bring Alec Mapa back. Lonnie Love, you can get as a rotating judge, and I wouldn't be upset about it.
Even though she blocked you.
There's so much that they could possibly do. And if they do shake it up, Nicole better be one of them. Because I want more Nicole.
Right. Who says she looks like Lonnie Love? She don't look like Lonnie Love. The hell?
It tickled me when she was talking because I kind of skimmed Untucked. Like it was on, but I wasn't paying attention.
It was background noise while you was
background
making other
noise
decisions.
Until Nicole walked in. I'm like, oh, Nicole's here. I put my phone down and everything. I'm like, what's good? I'm not gonna lie to you. What happened the first half? I don't really know.
Nothing.
But you know how I am with Untucked in general? Like I never really been a big fan of Untucked. Like I feel like if they do it like they do the overseas franchises, if they
include it in the episode.
Right after they do the critiques, go do the Untucked, then come back and we hear the judges deliberating between each other, lip sync and end. I think I would be in it more because at this point I already know who's gone home. So it's just kind of weird seeing all that. So maybe if they included it in the episode instead of afterwards, maybe it'll keep my attention better. And it don't need to be 30 minutes, 10 minutes tops. Because really, they're just talking about the same thing every week unless there's a fight.
Right.
But yeah, Nicole, come back anytime. Producers, Rue, hand this woman a check and a contract. Please.
Michelle.
So let's discuss the first team, Team Willow. What did you think of them?
Oh, I loved theirs. I thought it was great.
I thought everybody did great, even with Lady Camden's Blake Lively instead of Blake Shelton.
Right. Yeah. Now, I thought she did it on purpose, so she was like, "Oh, oops."
Me too, but the way they were responding, I'm like, "Oh, she wasn't supposed to say that."
Right.
Because I think it was Angie who corrected her. You mean Blake Shelton?
Right. But I thought they did great. They went really deep. I also appreciate the only critique I had was like Lady Camden kind of faded in the background for me.
Yeah, but overall,
she had her moments where she would like pop her head out, but other than that, she was just like.
Overall, great. I thought Willow and Angie were hilarious. Deja was a great moderator.
Great moderator.
Great one. I think it was even Nicole who gave her the comment saying Whoopi needs to watch out.
Yes.
And I'm like, she really orchestrated that conversation so well.
Seamlessly, because it literally rolled from one topic to the next topic to the next topic with no breaks. And then there were jokes, they were funny. It was good.
Yes, because I like to think myself as a great moderator because, typically I'm the one keeping the episode going and keeping the conversation flowing. But I wonder how I would do when it's just more than two people. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. I've never had to moderate. Like, say if we get some special guests on this channel one day, which I think we should invite our friend one week, try to work it out to where she can
join. Know what? Because I was thinking that too.
Yes. So we should do that soon.
We should do that. We'll surprise her with that one. Yeah, you want to come?
Well, she's gonna watch this, so she'll definitely.
That's why I did it like that, because I'm like, you want to come? Come on, join us.
But yeah, so
come to the evil side.
But yes, I always wonder how I would do when it's more than just one person, me leading the conversation. But overall, this was great. I have no negative remarks.
No.
Any of these queens.
I love that clueless outfit.
That too. And was this Deja's backup shoulder pad outfit?
Right.
Like it really gives me the vibe because I feel the same thing when we go to the next panel as well, which we're going to do now. I think this may have been Daya's backup shoulder pad runway.
Mm-hmm. She was like, the theme really is shoulder pads, so I'm going to wear shoulder pads for the thing.
Like she really should have wore.
Yeah.
Same for Jasmine, not Jasmine.
Yeah, with the mutton chops.
Even though they're sleeves, and we're gonna have that same critique later. This looks like something she probably would have tried to pull off as shoulder pads. You know what I'm saying? But this would have gave me more shoulder pad than what she wore.
Definitely.
But anyway, let's talk about Team 2, the leftovers. Well, that's what Daya called them.
I know, but all I think about is like the comebacks.
I think overall they were bad.
Yeah, that the only one who
really say again.
I said it really wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, the only one who really shined to me was Bosco. Daya had moments, but other than that, it wasn't really anything to write home about. And these two here in the middle.
Yeah, Jasmine kind of took me out of it. Well, no, Jasmine took me out of it, but she also bored me half to death. And then Georgia's, she should have been gone a couple weeks ago.
But yeah, also I want to point this out because somebody else pointed this out. Diabetes the only one who feet touched the floor in this group.
Well, she's
tall.
That's
where I was going with it. Like short, tall.
Tall.
But side note, I love Diabetes' look here.
Oh yeah, she looks like
this is what I wish she would have worn on the runway.
Crystal Method and Lemon had a baby.
Like, this is so good for me.
Crystal Lemon.
I don't like that name.
Lemon Method. I don't know.
No, I don't like that either.
Crystal Lynn.
But Bosco did an amazing job as the moderator. And honestly, if Bosco was here, this group would have been worse than what they were. Bosco was saving grace. She really was.
I'm looking at like Marilyn, Sofia Vergara,
like
Lucille Ball.
So good. And like they said, she has that dry sense of humor, and I love that. I love that. Especially at the beginning when she said, let's talk, what do you think about men? Why?
Why?
For what?
Like, yeah. That has been a question I've asked myself for the last 12 hours. Why?
Oh, I love it. I love it. But that's it. So it's time to hit the main stage. The category is shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads. So, congratulations, you're on season 14. What would you have brought in?
Oh, let's see here, because I know what some of the other queens brought or would have brought in.
Because you know me, I like to pause and ponder and think about,
pause and ponder. Yeah. I did not pause and ponder. However, I probably would have been like a hockey outfit.
Oh, that's cute. And see, when I first heard of shoulder pads, I'm not sure if it's just because I played this sport. I immediately thought of football.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, well, I can do like some form of like a jersey dress, have some shoulder pads on, like actual football shoulder pads on. And have it be the Dallas Cowboy colors, because we them boys. I don't watch football, but I was raised in a cowboy household, so therefore I have been programmed to say we them boys.
I'm glad you can't see my face right now.
So we them boys, and I would have repped it, honey. I probably would have put Dak Prescott's number on the back. I don't think I would have been able to put his name for copyright issues, but I would have put his number on the back because that's the only player I know. There's another one. I don't remember his name, but my mama loves him. I remember we bought her his jersey for Christmas.
Oh no. Look, it would have been like, if I'm going by what I was raised with, then it would have been like Kaepernick. Rice.
But yes, that's what I would have done. I didn't take a picture. I couldn't find anything that really explained, because it still would have been a floor length gown, but it would have been made out of the jersey material. It's just, I couldn't find anything to incorporate what I was starting. The closest I could find is what Maddie Morphosis was going to.
I was about to say, so you didn't see Maddie Morphosis look?
I saw Maddie, and it's so close to what I would have done, but not exactly. So Maddie would have had to change because, me, I'm here.
But hers was a mini skirt, and yours would have been a mermaid dress.
Something along that line, yeah. But let's get into it. Up first, Deja Skye. I love this.
With the Coco Chanel.
I love this.
I loved it. I just wish it fit better.
Baby, I was okay with the fit. The fit works for me because of how wide the actual shoulder pads are. Like, it works for me. The one critique I have, the damn wig. I need a different color wig. Like, if you would have gave us like a red wig with this, maybe even a black wig.
Black wig.
Oh, this would have just took it to the 10. It's a 9. That black or red wig would have took it to a 10 for me. So, but still amazing. Amazing. One of the few people who understood the category.
Shoulder pads.
Shoulder pads. I wonder if that's what they told them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what it was. Like, but hey, let's keep it pushing.
They would have been like broad shoulders.
Up next is Lady Camden giving you the Nutcracker. I love this. I thought it was so cute. I thought it was so fun. I wish the gown touched the floor. But other than that, amazing. And each week I thank RuPaul because that critique about drawing on the lips a little bit bigger. Her face has been immaculate ever since.
Yes.
One small thing took her from here to here.
Yes, she said new lips, darling.
New lips, darling. Is there anything you want to add to this?
No, I loved it.
Amazing. Amazing. Up next is Willow Pill. Where are the shoulder pads?
That was my question too.
I could kind of see it, but baby, if you like, if the category is shoulder pads, give me shoulder pads.
I'd have went full on 1980s shoulder pads. That might have been what I actually did. I'd have sat there with some so emotional baby shoulder pads.
come on, give me the shoulder pads. But I still like this look. Like I give it a 2, but it's not the assignment.
Right.
She did not do what was supposed to have been done. And it was kind of weird that they were all like, oh, we love it. I'm like, but she didn't follow.
Well, I mean, she got that critique. It was just like, oh, well, we like the outfit. We love the outfit. We just wish you would have done the assignment.
Angeria Paris. Wait, is her middle name Paris? Yeah, Angeria Paris Van Michaels. What did you think of this look here?
She didn't have to do me like this.
Oh, how did she do you, friend?
I like this.
Mm-hmm.
I love herringbone. This is one of my favorite patterns. The pants and the shoulders, I'm glad they match, because if they didn't, I'd have had a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I loved it.
Well, honey, I have to say, I hated this.
I bet you did.
Oh, she walked out of this. I'm like, no. No. Like, it is the assignment. And
yes.
I'm a tutor just for that alone. Because it's the assignment. Unlike some other people.
Yes.
But it's just like, oh, I don't like it. I don't know what it is, because, you know, Bob is known for, you know, this pattern, and I love the dress. But for some reason, she walked out in this, and I'm like, oh, no. No.
Wouldn't it be funny if Bob had done the whatchamacallit for this week?
Oh, that would have been everything. If Bob would have worn the dress.
Oh my God, wait. And if Monet Exchange had borrowed another one. Oh, the herringbone, darling.
Yeah, I didn't, but this is like the first look of Angie's. I'm just like straight up no. There are some like, the rest I either loved, or like in that Cher inspired look, I was like, okay, it's cute. This is just a straight no. No.
Well, I mean, you know, you ain't gotta like it as long as you love it.
I still love her. But this outfit is why she wasn't in the top.
Look, she was safe. She's still gonna make it.
Bosco is next. You technically did the assignment.
Technically.
But baby, you ain't got no clothes on.
At all.
Like,
them tucking.
But I gotta give you props for put on that corset, because other hoes would have came out here without that corset. So I want to give you props for that too.
Yes, because that bothers the snot out of me.
So it's just again, it's because she followed the category. I'm gonna give it a 2. But is it my favorite? No. No,
Dick Tracy.
No.
I forgot what the character's name from that movie was. I need to find that movie.
No.
Be cool.
No.
Like,
don't get me wrong. It's gorgeous. This Selena and Prince inspired look, amazing.
Right.
It's not shoulder pads.
It is not. That was my big
category. Yes.
That's not shoulder pads. Those are leg of mutton shoulders. Leg of mutton sleeves. Those are sleeves. Those aren't shoulder pads.
Once again, she always eats on the runway. She ate. That's normal. But this was not the category. Was not the
assignment, darling.
Not the assignment. So I have to boot it for that. Boot. Jasmine Kennedy. I actually like this.
You like them?
I feel like it needs more.
It does need more.
But like
this needs a lot more.
This is a good base.
Right. It needs a pattern.
For once, she ain't painted like she's 50 years old. Like I'm like, okay, you look like you're mid-20s, maybe late 20s now.
Late 20s.
But I need her to accessorize this look. Maybe a belt.
Yes, definitely a belt.
Would really draw this together, because it's just like wham.
It would draw her waist in, because she just looks like a string bean right now.
Like, I like that. This is a soft 2. It's a soft one. I likes it though.
He loves it.
I see where she's trying to go with it, but like I said,
she tried hard.
Would have made it better. Last is Diabetes.
Mad Maxine, as it were.
If the wig wasn't so damn bad. The wig
like I said, I am tired of seeing the side of her head.
The wig is so bad that it takes away from the amazingness of the rest of this outfit. Like, even, like Dia could have came out bald for this one, and that would have been a moment.
Yeah.
Because everything else I love. Like, this is a two. It's just this wig doesn't fit the rest of the awesomeness of this outfit.
Right, because I think the wig is just a little too glamorous.
Yeah, like you're giving me that Mad Max. You're giving me very androgyny. Like, is this like you should have came out with a mohawk or just straight bald?
Yes.
And gave us the ooh ah ah sensation, as Mo Hart would say.
Because she already had the side of her head painted. All she had to do was just paint the whole thing. Look like it was sun bleached or something.
The rest of this I love. I love the rest of this. But that wig, I just want to give me that. Take that off. Take that off. Just take that off. All right. So
you know what Coco Chanel says, take one accessory off.
Period. Here's our top 8. Who has your favorite look of the night?
Ooh, I really didn't have a favorite.
If you had to pick a favorite, like there's one above the rest that you have to like.
Dia? No, not Dia. Deja.
I agree. Deja Skye is my favorite of the evening. She understood the category.
Yes, she gave you the category.
Maybe she did that. She did that. But you know how I feel about if they're working as a team, they should be judged as a team.
Yes.
So when RuPaul said those damn words, tonight you worked as a team, but you will be judged individually. I'm like, oh great. Somebody on this side, oh wait, y'all can't. Somebody on this side is gonna win. As soon as she said that, because typically, if you notice, if somebody on this side is gonna win, they're gonna be like, Team Willow, you were the best team, with one of y'all 4 being the winner of the week. It's always, it never fails. If RuPaul says you're gonna be judged individually, that means somebody from the worst team is gonna win.
Yep.
So I already knew that it was probably going to Dia or Bosco, and then with the critiques, I was like, okay, Bosco. But I don't like that. I don't. But if we're going to judge them individually, I think the tops and bottoms were correct.
Yes.
The tops being Deja Skye, Willow Pill, and Bosco, and the bottoms being Georges, Jasmine Kennedy, and Dia Betty. Yeah. And the thing is, Dia Betty wasn't even bad. It's just compared to the other ones, you're like, okay, we need somebody in the low placement. But she still did good. So I was happy she didn't lip sync.
Right. Especially since, her whole team was down there.
The whole team. But yeah, so I thought that the winner was going to be Deja Skye this week.
And it should have been.
It should have been, because her runway was amazing and she did amazing in the...
She understood the assignment on both fronts, honestly.
And Bosco understood the assignment in the challenge, but on the runway, like, she barely... She
came close.
She got a passing grade. Like, barely.
Close, but no cigar.
Barely. So it kind of confused me with Bosco getting the win, but, like, I'm not upset about it because
she
did a good job. Like, okay, Bosco did good. I'm not going to be upset. But this really could have been the moment for Deja to finally get that win. And I'm like, come on, we're coming towards the end of this competition. If you want Deja to be a serious contender, which I'm starting to think she's not at this point, we need a win. We need a win. Maybe she'll do well in Snatch Game. Maybe, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But here's a better shot of the top 6. Bosco won. Like I said earlier, she did a good job, so I'm not fully upset, but I would have chose Deja.
Right.
Our bottom 2 this week is Jasmine Kennedy and Georges. I told you this was coming. is after we watched that talent show, I'm like, oh yeah, we getting a Georges and Jasmine lip sync. We getting that. Now, granted, I was not expecting it to be Something's Got a Hold on Me by Etta James. Honestly, I never thought this song would have been a lip sync song on Drag.
Are you glad that it was?
Baby, it says, oh, sometimes. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, shut up. You gave these two non-Black Etta James.
Hey!
Baby. But then again, you know, going into the episode, they already know what the lip sync song is like.
Right.
So like they know a couple days beforehand. And I'm like, damn it, for it to be the week this happened, I bet they were mad. I'm like, damn it, this is the week that we have to put them in the bottom and we didn't give them a bucking and kicking and song.
Right.
Because that's what I was expecting. I was expecting like some Levitate and Dua Lipa. Give me a Bad Romance, you know, give me something. You know, give me a super bass. Give me a super bass. They would have ate super bass up.
Oh.
But you know, what did you think overall of this lip sync?
It was good for what it was.
Yeah, for the song, I thought they did a great job. Georges, in my opinion, I'm not sure because, you know, she got some of that Texas swag in her. To me, she embodied more of what the song is.
Yeah.
And Jasmine, even though she wasn't doing much, I thought I got the kick in motion. I felt like the kicks were too much.
She always does them stupid kicks. Like losing her shoe last week was not enough.
And I got to give her props. Out of the 3 lip syncs she's done so far, this is the best one she's done. But it's just like the kicks were too much for me. She was doing too much with the face. She was like over exaggerating the words. And for me, Georges really embodied what the song is, even with the movements. I'm like, okay, Georges. And see, I had to watch this lip sync several times because the first time I watched it, I thought Jasmine won it, me personally.
Right.
And I was like, as I watched it over again, and then
you realized that
Georges was really over here giving you what you needed for this song.
Right.
So I was like, okay, now I have to give Jasmine props for this right here, honey.
Yeah, that looked like
this right here was everything. I'm like, okay, ma'am. I wouldn't have done it to this song, but okay, ma'am. I feel you. But, you know, overall, I thought this was a great lip sync, one of my favorites of the season. I was really shocked that it was a double save. And somebody brought it up in a different review that if RuPaul thought that Georges won that lip sync, she would have just sent Jasmine home.
Right.
Because this is Jasmine's 3rd time. So most queens don't make it past number 3.
Yep, unless you're
Jujubee, Cameron Michaels, and Raja O'Hare. I think they're one of the few that made it past 3 lip syncs on the US show.
On the US show.
We're not going to talk about Holland season 1.
Yes.
But anyway, so yeah, and I'm like, you know what, that makes sense. So apparently RuPaul must have thought Jasmine won it as well. Or why else keep both of them? You know what I'm saying? But it was a double Shantae. I'm not too upset about it because they both did a good job. It's just, we just had 2 episodes ago, nobody went home.
That part.
And now we have this happening. And we still got the chocolate bar in play. So it's just like, come on now. Like, we were doing good sending these queens onto the house. But
because we still got how many? We still got 8 queens. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, we're on episode 9. This was episode 9, and there's 16 episodes, 14 competitive episodes, then of course the reunion and the finale. So we still have like 5 more competitive episodes. We have 8 queens. Oh, there's gonna be some tomfoolery.
Yes.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's gonna be some tomfoolery. There's gonna be some tomfoolery. Okay. Okay, I just did the math on my hands. I'm like, oh, there's going to be some tomfoolery. Oh, Lord. Because even with the chocolate bar, that last episode is typically the 5 that goes into the 4. So, yeah, there's going to be some, oh, God. Oh, I come to you now as your humble servant. Oh, baby. Okay. But nobody went home. And, baby, they told us who everybody's doing in Snatch Game.
They really did.
That has me worried. They've never done that. They normally keep the Snatch Game, secret until we get to Snatch Game.
Mm-hmm.
So this really worries me. This is either going to be really good
or really bad.
Really bad. Really bad. But we got some interesting characters, and all of these characters have never been done before. So I'm super excited about that.
Tabitha Brown just got done.
That's not Tabitha Brown. That's Tammy Brown. As in one competitor, Tammy Brown. That could be funny if it's done right. But yeah, like I said, it looks like all of them are new characters. I'm excited for the Ozzy Osbourne. I'm like, okay. I'm excited for Little John, William Shakespeare, Drew Barrymore. This looks like Gwyneth Paltrow. It is. Gwyneth, I don't know if she can make her funny.
No.
We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for it. But this is either going to be really good or really bad. Because why else tell us who they done a week before? You know what I'm saying? But honey, that's our episode. I'm excited for Snatch Game, though. I love a good Snatch Game. Honey. But yeah, that's going to be real interesting with the show. But anyway, I think this is a great place for us to wrap things up. LaCresha, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Cresha McGill, that's CRESHAMCGILL, on all social media.
And you can find me in the club Pocket Full of Bud. But if I'm not there, I'll be on social media at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been seeing them numbers go up, y'all. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, do all of that. And we will see you for the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race, UK versus the world. Team Jujubee, I've got, some people looked at me crazy when I said Jujubee, but I'm saying Jujubee, but I'll be okay with Blue or Mel, just not Baggin. I will be happy with anybody but Baggin. If y'all crown Baggin.
It would, because we will title the episode Anybody But Baggin.
If you crown Bag of Chips, I will not watch season 4 of UK. I will not. I'm just playing. Yeah, I will. Anyway.
I mean, it would be a well-deserved break. But...
Speaking of breaks. Anyway, so we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one.